Monday, Monday, can't stop that day. Sometimes it just turns out that way. All right, everybody. Woo! Hot one today. Very little breeze, as you can see. Just barely slapping that flag around there. So I'm going to get this video done quick so I can go do a koozie soak. Because this morning, before it got too hot, I ran up and fixed the neighbor's water leaks on her storage tanks. And I think I got that all set up, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm out here right next to the battery that we're repairing. So we're going to take it off of the solar panel right now. Clip it on there. And clip it on there. And then I think I can get this one down here. And I hope you can see the screen. Oh, we're up to 1172. It's looking a little bit better. I'm still not going to be happy till I see it way up there. All right, I'm just going to try to continue where I left off because I had to swat a fly and I hit the wrong button. So yeah, we're up at 11 something on this battery, so it's looking good. It's going to get there. Let it go another day and see how much better that does. So all right, so I did go into my battery room and I checked on the batteries I'm repairing in there, using the same method, but over there I'm using 100-watt solars, and this one I'm only using 15-watt solar. But in the battery room, good news is two of the batteries that had two dead cells down in the red on my hygrometer, two of those batteries are showing good in two of the cells, and on the third cell it's on the fair to good line. So maybe another day of boiling those up and I may get those back too. But to tell you the truth, having my power cut off at 7:15 at night because there's not enough battery power just to run things like the refrigerator and that stuff is unacceptable. That means I got to run my generator and use up gasoline. And even though my gen runs 14 and a half hours on a single tank of gas, which is 5 gallons, that's still an expensive way to have electricity. But I have to do it anyway because my refrigerator will not keep the food from spoiling if the power is out for more than 12 hours. I have to run the generator up from 7:30 at night until 10 p.m. That's 3 hours a night, so I'm going to get maybe 4 days of running out of the tank of gas, and that's unacceptable. So what did I do? Well, I got an idea. I get a lot of good ideas when I'm laying in bed. Got an idea laying in bed last night that I'm going to be upgrading to LiFePO 4s. And when I do that, I'm going to be going to 48 volts. So I've got it all planned. I got the products all marked out. And it's going to cost me quite a bit of money to do the swap over. But in the meantime, I've got to do something about my electrical problem, and I can't wait until that money comes in. And I've got two sources of money coming in. One is for the new heir of this property, and the other one is still my inheritance money. And I heard from the crooked lawyers today, sending me the information on the accounting for the cash accounting of the estate. And when I read the numbers and the way it was set up on there, I thought to myself, you freaking liars. Oh my God, even bad liars. Now, Bill was a millionaire, and he was an intelligent millionaire. He made his money not by being stupid, right? So, they're showing that he had a few $1,000s, just a few $1,000s in his savings account. And then he had thousands and thousands of dollars in 2 checking accounts. Now, that is not the sign of a smart financial person. So to me, somebody's doing something crooked somewhere. Somebody siphons off some money somewhere. Probably out of the savings account, because figuring that somebody had pictures of the checking accounts, that might be a problem for them. But that doesn't sound right. Does it sound right to anybody else out there? Do you know anybody who made a lot of money in their life who would put more money in a non-interest bearing checking accounts and less money in an interest bearing savings account? And then they listed all of his charities, or all of his investments, I'm sorry, and how much he had money invested in different bonds and stocks and things like that. So to me, the whole thing is a bunch of BS. But anyway, I did get information on that, and I just marked it BS at the top of the page. So when it all comes down to the bottom line, somebody's going to answer a lot of questions. That's the bottom line for me. All right. So in here, we are now at 13.6 volts again. And yeah, those 2 batteries right there, I got, out of the 6 cells that had 6-week cells, I've now only got 2-week cells out of those 2 batteries. So something's going on good for that one. And that's on this 100 watt Harbor Freight solar panel. Now the other one that's on the 100 watt solar panel here, they're all still in the fair zone, but they were in the bad zone. So they're coming up. So I'm going to let that one go a little bit while longer. Now those 2 down there are not doing anything. But in between 5 and 10 days, I'll be getting 4 12 volt, 230 amp hour lithium or LiFePO4 batteries from LiTime, Li-Time. And yes, it is LiTime. I talked to the company. They don't like people saying LiTime. They don't lie, they said. But yeah, I've seen a lot of videos on their batteries, and they've got a good reputation. So, and I read all of the comments that they have on the sales on these things. So I got a pretty darn good deal. I got 4 12 volt, 230 amp hour lithium batteries, LiFePO4 batteries, 4 of them for 20, I think it was $2,300. And how did I afford that? Well, I put it on a business card, a business credit card. And I'm hoping that money will come in fast enough so that I can start paying that off before I start getting hit with interest on it. But then I called up the battery place where I got a lot of these used batteries, and I checked on the core prices on what I'm going to get for cores on these, and that's going to give me about 1/4 of the well, less than 1/4 of the amount that I just charged on my card. So I will take all of these batteries that are really bad into the recycle place and get core charges on. And then the ones that are still good, I've got some neighbors that might be interested in those, and I'll sell them to them for twice the core charge. So I'll make more money selling the batteries to them than I would bringing them in for core charges, and they'll be good batteries. Because like that red one right there, that's a a fairly new battery. That's not as old as all the white ones. And then these down here, this one is still holding a charge, but it cooks off the water too quickly. So I'll put twice a month I have to fill that one back up with distilled water. But the other three are holding. So I could cash in 2 of those for cores and keep 2 of them for somebody who's interested, because those are 470 amp hours. So 2 6-volters and a 12 volt gives me 12 volts, but 470 amp hours out of 2 batteries. And those puppies are heavy. But yeah, you know, somebody could use those for a little backup system. Grid power goes out, you know, turn on your inverter and plug your refrigerator in and keep your food from going bad. Hey, why not, right? So also the neighbor that I'm going to be helping set up with their solar system, they want a temporary system set up in their small cabin until they do the big house and get that renovated. But they can't put electronics in the big house until the roof is done, because if we get a surprise rain, all their electronics are gone. Trash. So maybe they'd be interested in like 4 of these good batteries, 4 of the good ones up on the top, or second rows or whatever, 4 of the best ones at a really, really low price, like, who knows, $40, $50 a piece. You know, you're talking a $270 battery for 40 or 50 bucks. That's worth it. Even if it's only a temporary thing, it's still worth it. And then down the line, they still have a core charge on them. So, but yeah, that'll give them some electricity, and that'll save them money from having to go buy even a refurbished battery. Like I think that refurbished one right there was 128. I think I paid on that, if I remember correctly. So that red one was $128. They can get it for $40 to $50. That's a great savings. And they'll also have electricity and lights and stuff like that at their house. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. So my lithium, my LiFePO 4s I ordered. The reason I ordered 4, the 4-pack, was I got a better price by ordering 4. And I got a sale discount on them, another 5% off. So that helped there. And the reason I did that was, well, I've got a 12-volt inverter, and everything in my setup is for 12 volts. My turbines for 12 volts and all of that. So I'll be connecting them into the Midnight Classic for a 12-volt system. So I'll be hooking those LiFePOs in parallel, not in series, so I stay at 12 volts. But I'm going to have 12 or 4 times 230, which is like 920 amp hours. So that should give me enough power so that I can live comfortably through the summer until things settle down and the rest of my system comes in, and I can switch over to the all-in-one and 48 volts and all of that. And then when I do that, the 4 lithiums that I have will disconnect from parallel. I'll hook those up in series, and I've got another 48 volt battery to add to my system. So that'll give me, with the 4 that comes with the system I'm going to add, that'll give me a 5th one of 48 volts. So great idea, right? So we'll go from that there, and I'll keep you updated on how things go. In the meantime, this is G Bear signing off.